Okay, everybody, welcome to Daytona. I'm Dean Doucette. I'll be showing you qualifying today. I mean, there's not a whole lot to show racing. It's a drafting track. We'll talk a little bit about how to draft properly, but mostly this is the secret qualifying lap. Some people seem to have, an issue with qualifying or wondering how people are fast. This is it. Not really rocket science, but I guess there's some kind of art to it. So we'll look in here. Chassis. This came at 0. I'll go up to +4. I'll go to 10 on the ratio. I find that 10 is just a little less movement with the wheel, and it allows me to be a little smoother, which is definitely a key here. The +4 will get my wheel close to straight down the straightaways, which I like, and that's about that. We won't do anything with the bias here. I might play with it at some point just for fun, but basically it has no effect. You're not really on the brakes. You could go up just to stabilize the car when there's a wreck, and you might be able to stop a little bit better. Which inevitably on iRacing there will be. I mean, I love this track for league. It's kind of fun. You guys are respectful and all that, but in the regular iRacing, very difficult. Lots of antsy people, lots of wrecks. I mean, you can probably run well behind the pack, not even in the race, and still get a top 10 just from the wrecks. Just be patient. They usually wait, 10, 15 laps before they start wrecking. Anyway, let's get into a qualifying lap. We're all good here. Alright, so for qualifying, you want to get your speed up quickly and get to the top of the track right away. Let that thing rev up close to the limiter. Ride the top of the track here. This is one of the keys. You must ride around the top. And we'll do this all the way around this lap, the out lap, as well as the first lap. See, with these cars, or with Daytona, there's a couple of things. You got to get your speed and the revs up, so that's going to take you an extra lap. Also, you're going to be faster on the second lap just from gas. Less gas equals more speed on these super speedways. So just keep her right on the top. Very exciting. We're trying to be as smooth as we can on the wheel. You notice I'm not exactly on the very edge of the top. I don't want to screw it up. Alright, so coming out of this corner, we'll ride the top still. But we want to come out and we want to point ourselves right at the trioval. We are on our second, yes. We're going to come out up top and point directly at that trioval. There we go. Come in here nice and smooth. Just let it come back up a bit.
7, 6.
Point it at the next corner. Let the car come in and fall into the corner. And then smooth. Stay right down on the line, nice and smooth. All the way through the corner. Exit about 3/4 of the way up. Point it at the next corner. And again, we'll let the car fall in. Just a little bit high on entry. The car will kind of fall in all by itself. Just turn in. Stay down on the line. The car come up to about mid-track. Point it at the trioval. And there you have it.
51. 51.687.
51.68. Our track state was at 10%, so it should be pretty equal. I really don't know all the times people are running or whatever, but I can assure you, no matter what this time shows or doesn't show, this is how you do a qualifying lap at Daytona. It's really quite simple. Just ride the top, your out lap and your first lap. Try to come out of the corners during your qualifying lap at about 3/4 of the way. Point the car at the next corner. Smoothly drive the corner. Let the car fall into the corner. Stay very, very smooth on the wheel. It's not rocket science. As far as racing here, you know, the only thing I can say is a lot of guys with the drafting, they like to bump. Bumping is, you know, it's acceptable, but it's not the way to be fastest. The way to be fastest is you come up to a car, and let me get the car going. You come up to the car, and you want to ease off the gas. You're full on the gas, and then you're coming up on the car, and you want to just ease back on the throttle, you know, and let the car snug right up to the bumper without bumping him. And you want to be like get locked on his bumper, and then you start to push. You know, it's a fine line when you go in the corners. You got to work that throttle, you know, to stay right locked on his bumper, pushing without bumping. If you're gonna bump, all you're gonna do is knock him 10 feet in front of you, and you're gonna slow down, and you're both gonna be slower for it. If you can run lap after lap locked together on the bumpers, that's how you'll be faster in the race. I mean, you're not going to get you know, away from the pack, but you'll get a better run on the outside trying to get through, or you know, you'll be able to hold your lead if you got someone who's working with you locked on your bumper. That's about it for Daytona. I hope the qualifying lap helps some people. It's really, you know, it's quite simple when you know you have to get to the top side of the track, right out of the pits, ride the high line, and stay smooth in the corners. It's an easy, you know, last season when we were at Daytona, I was a pole or outside pole almost every time. Just doing that, it wasn't. I was actually quite in shock that more people weren't qualifying better. Anyway, I hope you have a good week of plate racing. Good luck, good health, and we'll see you again.